Seahawks Nation, are you ready for this bombshell? What's up, 12s? Your Seattle Seahawks are making headlines in ways that will absolutely blow your mind. And trust me, you're not prepared for what's coming next. The Emerald City is buzzing with three massive stories that are about to change everything we thought we knew about our beloved Hawks. We're talking about earth-shattering news involving our defensive mastermind, a safety who's climbing the ranks faster than a Space Needle elevator, and a roster move that's got everyone questioning the front office's game plan. Hold on to your jerseys, 12s, because what I'm about to tell you will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about this upcoming season. Are we witnessing the beginning of something legendary, or are we staring down a barrel of complete chaos? The answer might surprise you. Smash that like button if you're ready to dive deep into Seahawks territory. Drop a comment below with your wildest predictions. And don't forget to subscribe because you absolutely cannot afford to miss what's coming next. But first, let me ask you this. What happens when a safety breaks through the national noise and finally gets the recognition he deserves? What happens when our pass rush rotation becomes so deep that Pro Bowl veterans might be coming off the bench? And what happens when a free agent signing already looks like it might be heading for disaster before training camp even begins? 12s, buckle up because this ride is about to get wild. Julian Love, remember that name, 12s, because our safety just shattered every preconceived notion about respect in the national media. This isn't just any ordinary recognition. This is the kind of breakthrough that separates championship-caliber players from the rest of the pack. And Love just proved why John Schneider's eye for talent is absolutely unmatched. ESPN just dropped their rankings of the best safeties in the NFL. And for once, our beloved Seahawks didn't get completely disrespected. Julian Love cracked the top 10, landing at number 10 on a list that's usually dominated by big-market darlings and agent veterans riding on past glory. But here's what's got me absolutely fired up. 12th, this isn't just about a ranking. This is about validation for a player who's been quietly building something special in the Pacific Northwest. When we moved on from Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams, many questioned whether we could find that elite safety production. Love didn't just answer those questions, he obliterated them. The man has been nothing short of spectacular since arriving in Seattle. After transitioning from cornerback at Notre Dame and finding his groove with the Giants, Love has transformed into the kind of safety that makes quarterbacks think twice before throwing over the middle. His 2023 Pro Bowl selection wasn't a fluke. It was a declaration that Seattle's secondary is back in business. Last season alone, Love racked up over 100 tackles and 3 interceptions, while forcing fumbles and making tackles for loss. He opened the 2024 season with a dozen tackles against Denver and closed it with 3 pass defenses and a pick against the Rams. When you've got Kyle Hamilton at number 1 and Love proving he can compete at that level under Mike Macdonald's system, you know something special is brewing. Kobe Bryant locking down the opposite safety position means our back end isn't just reliable, it's becoming downright dangerous. And with Nick M and Worry waiting in the wings as our athletic Swiss Army knife, the future looks brighter than the Seattle skyline on a clear day. The most impressive part, Love is only 27 years old and still ascending. Macdonald's system is perfect for his skill set. And insiders are saying he's already showing flashes of the versatility that made Hamilton so special in Baltimore. We're not just talking about a good safety here. We're talking about a player who could redefine the position in the NFC West. But 12s, while our secondary is earning respect, there's an edge rusher who's about to shock the entire NFL with his untapped potential. The pass rush situation in Seattle has officially reached fever pitch, and what I'm about to tell you is going to have every single member of the 12s talking for weeks. Boy Maff, our underrated fourth-year edge rusher, is being called the most talented player in what might be the deepest pass rush rotation in the entire league. This isn't just training camp hype. This is a full-scale revelation that's about to turn the NFL upside down. Dave Wyman from Seattle Sports Radio just dropped a bombshell that should have every Hawks fan jumping out of their seats. I think he's the one that's the most talented. I feel like you've kind of seen a glimpse of what Boy Mayface's upside is, and it's good. It's very good, but we'll see if he can put it together and maybe have one of those superstar type of seasons. Let that sink in for a moment. 12 Elves in a rotation that includes DeMarcus Lawrence, a 4-time Pro Bowler with 61, 5 career sacks, and Lucinosu, one of the game's most gifted all-around defenders. Maff is being called the most talented. This is the kind of depth that championship teams are built on. My 2023 breakout season wasn't just impressive, it was historic. 9 sacks with a franchise record 7 consecutive games with at least 1 sack. Even though he only had 6 sacks in 2024, anyone who watched him play knows he was disrupting offenses at an elite level. This man isn't just a pass rusher, he's missed only 10 tackles in 3 seasons, and he's one of our best run defenders. The timing couldn't be more perfect. 12 Elves. Ma is entering the final year of his rookie contract, and paying him should be the easiest decision the front office makes. While other teams are scrambling to find pass rush help, we've got a potential superstar ready to explode onto the scene, with Derek Hall also showing tremendous potential and Lawrence providing veteran leadership. Our pass rush is about to become the stuff of nightmares for opposing quarterbacks. The 2022 second-round pick has all the physical tools to become a household name, and with Macdonald's defensive scheme maximizing his abilities, we could be looking at a double-digit sack season. What makes May so special isn't just his raw talent, it's his consistency and football IQ. He's not just a mindless pass rusher who disappears against the run. He's a complete player who can set the edge, drop into coverage when needed, and create havoc in the backfield. That versatility is exactly what Macdonald needs to unleash his defensive masterpiece. But here's where things get interesting. 12. While our defense is loaded with talent, there's a personnel decision that's got everyone scratching their heads. The roster construction in Seattle has taken an unexpected turn, and what I'm about to reveal is going to have the entire 12s community questioning everything they thought they knew about our front office strategy. Eric Soler, the veteran tight end we signed this offseason, is already looking like he might not even make it to Week 1 in a Seahawks uniform. This is the kind of roster management nightmare that keeps general managers up at night. Here's the brutal reality 12s. The Seahawks signed Saber to provide veteran depth behind Noah Fant and A.J. Barner after losing Pharaoh Brown in free agency. It seemed like a smart low-risk move to add an 8-year NFL veteran who played all 17 games for our NFC West rivals, the San Francisco 49ers, last season. But then the 2025 NFL Draft happened and everything changed. When Seattle selected Elijah Aoyo in the second round, it created a logjam at tight end that nobody saw coming. Now we're looking at a situation where Sarr might be cut before training camp even begins, making his $1.2 million contract look like a complete waste of resources. Think about this. 12 Bont is locked in as our starter after his best season in Seattle. Arroyo is going to play significant snaps as an early day 2 pick. Barner was a 4th-round pick just last year, so cutting him after 1 season would be admitting a massive mistake. That leaves Sarr as the odd man out in what's about to become the youngest tight end room in the NFL. The optics are terrible. How do you explain signing a veteran in the offseason only to cut him before he plays a single snap? It's the kind of move that makes you question whether the right hand knows what the left hand is doing in the front office. So Bear brought valuable experience from San Francisco, where he was a reliable contributor in their system. His blocking ability and veteran presence were supposed to be exactly what our young tight end room needed. Instead, we're looking at a situation where that experience might never see the field in Seattle colors. The most frustrating part, so Bear had 11 receptions for 97 yards with the 49ers last season. Not spectacular numbers, but solid production for a depth player. He knows the NFC West. He knows what it takes to compete at the highest level, and he was